Number one, Ibble Dibble here. Hello, friends. So I'm back at it again, attempting to endure just the first episode of With Love, Megan. We left off where Daniel, the makeup artist, cut himself with a paring knife mere moments into his guest appearance, making me wonder if he had hoped against hope to get kicked off the set and hopefully replaced, but no such luck.
Your only ratchet friend. 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes, and I can beat your face, but I can't cut a tomato.
You know, Daniel's from New York because he keeps saying fucking in this episode. And sometimes they manage to edit out more or less artfully. Sometimes they can't.
Can't cut a tomato.
Next, she tells him this dish will be so cute to share with his partner at their kitchen counter. And he says,
You have a counter in New York, girl.
I'm sorry.
You have a counter in New York, girl.
You don't have a counter? How are you a celebrity makeup artist with a princess flying you around the world and you don't have a kitchen counter?
Girl.
Is he being financially abused? What is happening here? Is this his passive-aggressive way of telling Meghan that it's been a long time since she was a scrappy little actress calling his agency and asking for the cheapest makeup artist they have, and it is time for her to offer him a higher day rate? I'm wondering now if Daniel's on the show just to punk her and ask for more money because she's not responding to his emails. And his only way of getting a record of this conversation was on the air pretending to cook. And then she says,
on your lap.
and then pretends she's joking.
I would not advise putting a hot skillet on your lap.
Did she really just say she'd rather he burn his dick off than pay him more? I think so, because next she says,
let's boil this water while we're doing this.
and look at his face when she says boil water. The editing here is very weird, and I truly believe a producer took Daniel aside and told him to stick to the script because he hits a full conversation's worth of talking points in the next 60 seconds. It seems like he's running down a bullet pointed cue card. In under 60 seconds, we learn food is Meghan's love language, the story of how they first met, how gracious Megs offered to get Daniel coffee in the morning before room service at the hotel opened, as if hotels don't put a kettle and instant coffee in your room, how he was the beauty editor at the TIG, and how Meghan had a job as an actress but is such a hard worker. She worked the TIG hard as another job because she loves work and works hard at jobs, okay? Not only does he rush through it, he is less of an actor than he is a cook. For example, I think one bullet point intended to suggest he improv a little bit here must have said, that was when your friendship grew. Listen to Daniel say it.
And that's when our friendship really grew.
Well, that's definitely what I sound like when I reminisce about the good times with old friends. And Meg can't help it. She gives him the coldest smile, like as if I'd ever be friends with the help. Meghan has been called out for lying about packing this in her kids' school lunchboxes. Well, die mad, haters, because everybody knows that while a 3 and 5-year-old lack the desire and dexterity to eyeball and twirl cold pasta with congealed sauce and weeping cherry tomatoes round the tines of a fork, they absolutely love throwing it at each other and the teacher and the walls. So every loving mother is sure to pack a little. I'd bet money they're in a very pricey kindergarten, daycare, and after school so she can have other people raise them for as many hours of the day as possible. After zesting an entire lemon into the pan, Daniel calls Meghan out for being a fake cook.
Did you always cook like this?
It's not like this, but I've always loved to cook. And I used to watch a lot of cooking shows.
What do you think? I think it's very possible she learned 6 recipes and just rotated them whenever Harry didn't want to go out, pretending she was some sort of amazing home cook. Speaking of children, Meghan eats pasta with a spoon, and although this whole show is supposed to be about hosting guests in a really generous, comfortable way, they don't even sit at a table. They bend over the counter. they look like dogs eating out of bowls. She doesn't even offer Daniel a glass of water. What is going on? I don't mean to be rude, but really, look at how these people eat pasta.
Adjectives that I really appreciate.
I guess they both do more yoga than I do because they decide.
This is literally cozy.
It's like that Beyoncé song.
Yeah.
Cozy.
Have you heard the Beyoncé song Cozy? It has nothing to do with hygge. Obviously, I cannot play Beyoncé for copyright reasons, but let me just read you the first stanza. Damn, I love the burning of the dagger from the words that you say. Fuck yeah, dancing in the mirror, kiss my scars because I love what they made. Ooh yeah. She's a god, she's a hero. She survived all she been through. Confident, damn, she lethal. Might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis? Cause she's comfortable, etc., etc. How can single skillet pasta make you feel that way? Let me know in the comments below. Megan's next little project is harvesting honey, and she confides in the beekeeper that she doesn't like honey, but now that she's rich enough to own hives and employ a keeper, she appreciates it.
You know what's so ironic about it? Never liked honey.
It's as high quality as it gets, too.
I'm sure that's helpful.
High quality or not, I wonder if this attitude inspires her viewers to buy her honey. Then they make candles, which goes really well, actually, though she does treat Daniel like an intern.
We could open up
Starting
a
a
store.
Did he know he was coming for a full day of labor? He says he has allergies, but she keeps pushing strongly scented essential oils on him, which, by the way, is totally unnecessary. Pure beeswax candles are lovely as is. They just smell a little bit like honey, which I guess Daniel has never smelled or tasted because this is what he said the beeswax smelled like.
There is something earthy about this natural scent.
Did Megan kidnap him? Does she lock him in a walk-in closet at night and tell him to call it the New York apartment when other people are there?
3 or 4 hours?
Where do you have to go?
I appreciate a good craft, but I appreciate my time more. Watching this just made me want to patronize a local business that makes pure beeswax candles, as I certainly cannot be bothered to source these supplies and do this project. Their last project, thank God, is a cake. I don't know if she owes Netflix a certain number of minutes or what, but this episode was way too long. She cannot pretend to be a good cook, and he cannot pretend to be a good friend for this long. Each episode should be like 22 minutes, credits included. 2 projects, a little medley to her Motown faves, and we're out. Megan hates this, but obviously she can't say that, so she just keeps telling us she doesn't like everything. First, she didn't like the honey. Now, she doesn't like baking.
Baking is not my favorite thing, but I will do it for one of my favorite people.
Maybe this is why she doesn't have that many friends. People don't love it when you make them feel guilty and obligated for any little thing you do for them without them even asking. And has she forgotten that the entire point of this exercise is to sell the honey she's using, the jam she's using, a cake mix, which I'm sure will be next? Megan, you love baking. Baking is fun. Baking is easy. Baking is for the whole family. The kids love it. This is the best cake for the kids or adults. The cake is so great. You love it.
Okay.
It's not rocket science, and clearly I'm not a rocket scientist.
We know. Okay, that's all I can handle for today. Let me know in the comments below. Why has so much of Megan's weird self-talk been permitted to creep into this broadcast? Toodles. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.